A Central Florida mom wants answers. A crash report says her teenage son was killed by a driver under the influence of alcohol.
But 6 months later, that driver has still not been charged, not even arrested. News 6 investigator Maris Badcock spoke to the victim's mom about her fight for justice in her son's death. Maris.
Lisa and Ginger, this family is from Orlando, but the deadly crash happened in Alabama. And in this crash report right here, troopers seem to have few doubts about who killed 16-year-old Mikey Strohs. They identified the driver, and in the narrative, troopers even say they believe the man was drunk when he crashed his truck headfirst into Mikey. So why hasn't the man been arrested? We went to find out.
At 16 years old, Mikey Strohs was the kind of kid who made an impact.
Funny, silly, everyone's best pal. I get emails from coaches, from college coaches, still wanting to recruit Mikey. And I have to tell him he's, no longer with us.
In June, Mikey, his sister, and dad were on vacation, driving down an Alabama highway when a wrong-way driver hit the family car head-on. Mikey was killed instantly.
Forcing yourself to breathe, knowing that your kid's not coming back, and seeing pictures and videos and, he should be there, decorating my Christmas tree and seeing all his ornaments and his handprints on things.
In the crash report, troopers say the wrong-way driver was under the influence of alcohol. They even took a blood test to prove it. But 6 months later, the driver still hasn't been arrested or charged.
That's the part that is frustrating. He's out there still driving, and he could kill someone else again. And so, as a mom, there's no justice for my kid.
The district attorney's office handling Mikey's case didn't respond to our calls or email requests for an interview. But in an email to Jacqueline, they blamed the delay on a backlog in grand jury hearings due to COVID-19.
When you've got a dead child, when you've got a mother that's grieving, you make the time.
Attorney Stephen Kramer independently reviewed the limited evidence we received from Alabama troopers. Kramer found an important difference between Florida and Alabama's justice systems. In Florida, only capital murder felonies, those involving the death penalty, have to be heard by a grand jury before prosecutors can file charges. In Alabama, every single felony has to be heard by a grand jury before prosecutors can file charges.
That can be complicated by COVID. When you've got to pull people in for jury duty, that was a nightmare in 2020.
In an email, prosecutors wrote to Jacqueline that cases involving deaths and serious assaults generally get priority in grand jury scheduling. But unfortunately, there is no shortage of serious cases waiting in the queue.
So even before COVID, it would not be uncommon to have a client waiting a year or two before they even get indicted.
Erin Atkins is a high-profile defense attorney in Huntsville, Alabama, where Mikey's case is supposed to be heard.
Huntsville is the largest city in the state of Alabama, and we only have 7 circuit judges. So in addition to COVID, we have a backlog of cases because we just physically can't accommodate that many cases. We need more judges.
A state senator in Huntsville, Alabama, where Mikey's case is being heard, has tried to file legislation to get more judges on the bench, but so far, the bills have been struck down by his colleagues. Jacqueline Strohs is hoping to connect with lawmakers interested in her story to help get that bill through the Alabama state legislature, and we will continue to follow her story. I'm Maris Badcock, getting results, News 6.
Your heart just aches for that mom.
I know.
And it really hits home as you hear her describing, what it's like to put up her Christmas tree and the ornaments and all of that. I mean, what a nightmare.
Yeah,
for
we
them.
know Maris will stay on top of that one.